Good evening. This is my live broadcast on TBC and broadcast number 39, broadcasting from Auckland, New Zealand. Looks like I've got the blog to do. Bex has covered all her daily happenings today, and before I go across to the blog, the funny thing about it was last night I spoke about a little chip in the windscreen, and so we left the car at Smith & Smith where they do the water glass and walked across to the warehouse in Manukau City to have a coffee. Then I get this phone call from Smith & Smith because it was originally $99. And they rang up and they said, that's going to cost you $630. And I went quiet. I didn't say anything. And I said, is that right? Yep, $630. And then I said to them, I don't want it. They said, you won't get a warrant of fitness with a crack like that. I said, don't worry about it. So what I did, I went around to this car dealer where Bex met a to-be merchant. And then we were talking there. I ended up walking out of that yard by the end of the afternoon with a Holden Cruise 2016, and there was no money transferred at all. The car's warrant was due up on Thursday coming, so yeah, I had a good day. So yeah, so a long day. Anyway, this blog is long, and I remember Randy talking about going to the public notice. I don't think I'm going to finish all of that because it's 7 pages long. I'll probably get about 4, maybe 5. I'll have to complete the rest tomorrow night because I know it's a long thing. Anyway, I'll go and share right now. Yeah. It's the public notice. Oh man, this is too big. Make it a little bit bigger. Okay, public announcement, October 1st, 2018. On very first, the Kringle Private Society, the Billion Coin, a global sharing and missionary society. There's that word again. This public announcement is directed to the current members of the Worldwide Private Society that has been known since March 2016 as the Billion Coin or TBC, as well as to all parties, both public and private, who may have an interest in this information. The intent of this announcement is to inform our members of important changes and refinements to our structure that are being implemented at this time to better serve our members and more accurately portray the nature and character of our society, our private membership association, and our global mission. This is being undertaken to better define exactly what our society and membership community is and has always been since our inception. These changes and refinements are a result of further research and investigation into the necessary compliance requirements of the global system. This relates to laws pertaining in monetary systems, public versus private currencies, and other matters. We have always, since the beginning, directed our efforts and creating the Billion Coin to be in full compliance with all laws and jurisdictions, while at the same time providing the solutions we have developed to relieve global poverty for all people in this world. With our new research and investigation, we have determined that certain use of language was misleading or potentially able to be misconstrued. Therefore, time for charity and precision is now upon us as a community. Certain foundational components of our private society and membership association were inferred but not necessarily precisely conveyed with our choice of language and presentations. Thus, we now see that we must correct previous errors and mistakes, whether done by commission or omission, and more properly present to our membership and the world at large what exactly we are and what are we not. What we are not, sorry. In this regard, pursuant to this announcement, we wish to define the fundamental points and principles to achieve clarity for all concerned. These points are as follows. The TBC community was founded as a private society and a private contract association and continues as such to this day. It will always be defined exactly by these two phrases, and that's page 1. A private society is not incorporated in any jurisdiction and is established upon the right of all people to have and express the paramount right of self-determination and private association. As an unincorporated body politic, we do not derive our existence from any external authorization, but by the will and intent of the members of the society. At the same time, we honor and respect the laws of all nations and do not encourage any member to do otherwise. It is of the highest importance in our principles of association that we remain in honor and peace with all people and all nations. Our society is funded upon a mission purpose with stated principles. This mission purpose will soon be formally defined in a published mission statement, while at the same time, since our inception, we have put forward the principles that in fact define our mission and purpose in various written presentations, both public and private. The mission and principles are simple and pure. We are here to provide the people of the world a tool to alleviate all poverty and suffering for all people. This tool puts into the hands of the people the right of self-empowerment. A private contract association is a group of people who come together to form a mutual basis of association, a mutual benefit society, in which all benefit from the structure, tools, and principles of the society accrue to and are shared by all the members. Private society and private contract association, styled as a mutual benefit society, is not owned by any individual. They exist by the will of the members and the established on the basis of privately contracting to an agreement upon set of rules and activities. These rules have already been made clear since our beginning as to what is required to be a member of our society and association in good standing. As a member in good standing, one has the benefit of using the billion coin and the Kringle currency as a private medium of exchange. One of our mistakes was naming this currency as a form of money, which we now realize is not accurate, and this will soon be corrected. The term money carries certain legal definitions and implications. Thus, by this announcement, we are making it clear that any and all use of terms such as money, dollar, euro, or either similar words and references was done in error and mistake. We therefore hereby issue our formal apology and declaration of intent to correct such mistakes forthwith and with the utmost expediency possible. TBC and Kringle are not commercial instruments or negotiable paper as those terms are defined in domestic and international legal systems. Any implications, interference, or aspersions to the contrary were done in error, and again we apologize for any misunderstanding or confusion caused by our inaccurate use of language, all of which will soon be corrected on our websites and any other materials available, either public or private. TBC and Kringle are not in any way a security instrument. They do not secure any interest in any intrinsic value commodity, asset, or account. They are a privately issued medium of exchange available only to members of a private mission society. Now, TBC has already done a lot of corrections. If you see it, they don't mention dollar signs or dollar amounts. They're measuring by grains and that type of thing. So they've ironed out all of those dollar figures and just put grains. That's the main problem they were having, is putting the value in dollars and so on. So now it's the equivalent to 40 grains plus. And a private contract association pursuant to and according to its private rules of membership and participation. The inherent value that they represent is only the life force and the spiritual value of our private society members. We are a global sharing and eleemosynary society. The sharing is derived by the private contract agreement. We share our value and life force with each other for mutual support and benefit. TBC and Kringle are a private currency, which means it is designed to flow through a channel much like as a river has a current and flows through its course, or electricity has a current that flows through wires that provide a value of kinetic work to light our homes and run our factories. We share the common purpose and value of using our life force as a current that flows through the course of our system, which is made up of living men, women, and children. Eleemosynary means charitable, and we define our society as such because we believe it is true charity of kindness, giving, sharing, and supporting lives of integrity and respect. As we all work together to build this global community, we are providing true giving and sharing for all who participate. Any use or reference to commercial terms or comparative value ratios against national currencies or precious metals is only for comparative purposes and does not impute any direct or secured relationship to such instruments or assets. Any misconstruction of this in the past was done by mistake and error for which we apologize and shall rapidly correct as stated herein. Any interference that TBC or Kringle is a medium or an investment is entirely inaccurate. Once again, any language in previous materials, websites, or presentations that may have engendered such mistakes, interferences shall be corrected. Any statements that a private medium of exchange carry fungible potential with public currencies was never inferred or intended. Henceforth, we shall use the formal names of our organization as the Kringle Private Society and the TBC Private Contract Association. Our mission statement and related materials to this effect will be forthcoming and made available to the public via our two official websites. We do not accept any misconstruction of our society, purpose, principles, or association that might be found on any other public medium, i.e. YouTube, social media platforms, individual websites. Only formally authorized materials shall henceforth be considered acceptable to represent these entities, and such materials will always be issued under the formal seal of the Society, which is currently being developed and will soon be announced on our websites. Upon such announcement, all materials, brochures, publicly accessible web pages, and any other medium of communication will display the seal, and only the TB administrative team shall be authorized to use said seal. In the near future, articles of association will be published for the Private Contract Association. All current and future members will be required to electronically sign and accept the articles in order to continue with their membership. These articles will comprise contractual basis of our association, thus fulfilling the requirements of a private contract association, henceforth also referred to as PCA. These articles will contain already existing rules of membership, with the addition of a few required stipulations to properly reflect the information presented in this announcement. As a private society, the Kringle Private Society has full authority to create its own form of governance, law form, court, and private treasury. Wow, that's cool. These will be established to better serve and protect the interests of our members, and will be available to every member in the settlement of disputes and other such basic principles of a balanced society of men, women, and children. It will take time to properly fulfill these requirements, and all members will be kept informed as to progress thereof. We request the understanding and patience of our members in this process. Our purpose and mission includes the education of our members so that they grow into a properly informed and intelligent members of the private society and the larger world society of our respective countries and the world as a whole. In months to come, we shall be implementing tools for such education so that our members can be successful with TBC and Kringle and understand how to use it for their benefit and the mutual benefit of all of our members. Within such education, some of the terms and points contained in this announcement and in the future materials will be clarified so that we proceed forward together as a well-educated body, politic or competent, and educated people that are here in association to benefit ourselves, the communities and nations in which we live and work, and the world as a whole. The only value that TBC and Kringle carry is that of mutual benefit, confidence of our private members. We hold the value of every human being on this planet to be of the highest order pursuant to our privately held beliefs and conscience. All of our members comprise the collective value of our society as ecclesia, defined as body of congregation, that is, living body of our congregation together. We are a non-denominational and non-hierarchical body of living beings. This is the definition of a body politic. Thus, we consider our society to be ecclesial body, political, immune from the public, commercial, and corporate jurisdictional authorities of constituted national bodies politic. Well, we do not ascribe to any given religion, path, or any other denomination or belief or creed, while at the same time we support all of our members in this pursuit of their own right of self-determination to uphold individual beliefs and modes of living through private and personal conscience. The only exclusion to this principle is against those who would use our society to promote violence or harm to others. This includes an absolute forbiddance of any illicit use or our private medium of exchange in any manner to take advantage of another or to transgress the domestic laws of the nation in which one lives. We are here to promote peace and prosperity for all human beings and all living things in this world. I think I have enough time to do number 5, people. The Kringle Society has been established in conformity and in alignment with Pantera, the Auto Private Society. All records of the Kringle Private Society are secured and held in private permanent archival system of records of the Pantera, the Auto Society Court of the Ecclesia. We are in full alignment with the globally published Declaration of Intention of the Pantera, the Auto Private Society, and formally adopt the principles contained therein. As a member of the Pantera Auto Private Society, we are aligned with and include therein to the formal announcement of all world administrative bodies and the offer of treaty of peace and cessation of hostilities presented to wholly via the Nuncio of Washington District of Columbia. Well, we are at peace with all public entities, institutions worldwide, neutral and public, and proceeding in peaceful harmony committee with all agencies, departments, and authorities of any and all public entities of national character. Henceforth, all public communication shall be under the seal of the Kringle Private Society and the International Flag of Peace. To all our current members, please be patient as we undertake the necessary changes as described in this announcement. We will have abundant details ready to provide within our private member enclosure in weeks and months to come. The changes being taken will assure a stronger and more resilient membership for all of us for the fulfillment of our mission and the prosperity of all. Thank you for your patience and consideration and continuing support. Finally, we wish to address something that is currently in progress with respect to an inquiry being conducted by the Security Exchange Commission, SEC, of the United States. Some of our members are aware of this, but most are not. Thus, we want to be clear and above board on this point so that all are aware of the situation and understand it properly. This inquiry is a legal process by an authorized government agency. We understand that this is being done with most of all crypto and digital currencies to determine if any given currency is in fact structured or promoted as a security, as such would be defined by the United States laws. As we all know, many new currencies, coins, and tokens are being created now and have been for several years through a type of offering known as Initial Coin Offering, short for ICO. This is, of course, similar to what occurs when a private company decides to take a corporation public by contracting with a market maker to underwrite an official public offering, short for IPO. So obviously there are similarities in languages and function. Well, folks, I'm going to leave that there, and I'll have to finish the rest off tomorrow, but I'll just stop sharing and I'll come back on. Where are we? Just about there. That's a mission, that one. That's a mission to read, and I'll tell you the truth, I don't understand a lot of it. That's all lawyer talk. But however, it's set in place, it's being corrected, and it's there for a reason, and it's built in so it safeguards all of the members in TBC. I'm going to end it from here, and I'd like to thank all the brothers. Sister Carol, Darren, Ishrak, Abdus, Imran, Ratish, Saifel, Paul, Saju, and Homil. Thank you so much for coming in to listen to my broadcast. This thing can be tiring because we try to get as many broadcasts as we can, besides doing all the other regular ones with the other bigger leaders. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for coming. And Oh, same time tomorrow night. Same channel, same time, same SHRT. Thank you.